Lindolfo Tibbies is the most pure evil man I've ever met in my life. I would describe Lindolfo Tibbies as an evil sociopath narcissist. I was the lead detective on the sexual assault case involving Tatiana. I've investigated approximately in excess of 3,000 sexual assault cases. This had to be the most extreme case of sexual abuse that I've ever investigated. After taking the initial report, collected DNA evidence from her and from the 3 children, then had to get a sample from Lindolfo, who was still in custody from the attempt murder. The entire time I was obtaining his DNA sample and telling him the reason for the investigation, he adamantly denied ever abusing her sexually with narcotics or alcohol. And the DNA was clear evidence that he was in fact the father. In 2009, during the trial, Lindolfo decided to represent himself. During the cross-examination, when Tatiana was on the stand, Lindolfo accused her several times of actually wanting to engage in sex and making it up to ruin his life. Talking with Lindolfo was like looking at the devil. He looked right through me, rage and hatred coming from his eyes. The hair on the back of my neck stood up. Lindolfo told me that he was going to kill me and kill her as soon as he got out because we were ruining his life. He is absolutely one of the most heinous individuals I've ever had to deal with.
Joining us now is Rick Carr. Rick was the lead investigator on Tatiana's case, so thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You spent the time investigating this, questioning him, and it sent chills down your spine. You're probably the only other person on the planet that can imagine what she went through because you dealt with this guy. It had to just be horrific.
It was unbelievable, and the one thing that always stuck out in my mind was just how courageous she was from the first moment I met her till the sentencing. She was unbelievably brave, just as she's being here today. And of 30 years of police work, the most courageous victim I've ever met.
Yeah. Now, when I agree with that, and this guy was incredibly narcissistic. Right up to the DNA, he denied any involvement doing anything at all, right?
Entirely, yes.
Once it was proven through DNA evidence that he in fact had molested her, assaulted her, raped her, then he started to just blame her. She wanted this.
She wanted it. She basically sexually assaulted him.
Yeah. Now, he turned down a plea deal, right? What was the story on this?
I believe the initial offer from the district attorney's office was a 30-year sentence, which he turned down.
Why do you think he turned that down?
I think it comes back to what you said, being the ultimate narcissist, and now we could make another show about him where he gets to abuse her even more during the testimony.
He traded 79 years in prison to harass you one more time.
I know, I did not know this. This is first that I hear. I never knew this.
He had a deal for 30 years. Instead, he got 109 just so he could harass you one more time.